Hello, VBL. Firefalls here, coach of the Pan-Cham Pianist, for the final week of VBL-S Season 14 before playoffs begin next week. We are at the precipice of getting in or getting out. Our division has been insanely close these past couple of weeks. The only person who's guaranteed in right now is Steve, who won his match this week, so he's 6-1. The only person guaranteed out right now, unfortunately, is Bohm and his monkey team at 2-5. But everyone else still has a chance to get in, and a lot of that rests on my position, right? The fourth position. Now, how do we get into playoffs? I want to talk about that first, because winning this match does not guarantee us getting into playoffs. If we win, say, 2 sets and we lose 1, our differential goes up to 1. Sly's goes down to 2. And then if Sly beats Heaven in the match that they haven't played from last week, Sly goes back up, Heaven goes down 1. I'm still at 4th here, right? Camo faces Purple. So if Camo wins by 2 and I only win by 1, then I can get knocked down to 5th if both Camo and Sly win their respective matches. So winning with a differential of 1 does not guarantee me to playoffs, but it does better my chances. Winning 2, I believe, just completely solidifies playoffs. I don't think I have to worry about anything because I beat Cam on the head-to-head, so if I win by 2, then I'm in. Now, if I lose, I can also still make playoffs, and that's what I think is really interesting. If I lose by 1, I drop down to 3 and 4. It doesn't really matter what happens between Heaven and Sly. I think they're both kind of guaranteed to get in. What matters is Camo's match after that. If Camo... Actually, no. Heaven still matters. Sly is in. But if Heaven loses by 2 in this next match, no, Heaven beats me in the head-to-head. So it's literally just on Camo. If I lose by 1 and Camo loses by 2, I can still get in. Or if Camo also loses by 1. So if I lose, then it's really up to watching to see what happens to Camo. And that's the case if I lose by 1 or if I lose by 2. It really is just up to Camo's match versus Purple, I think. So the only way to guarantee playoffs is by winning by 2. Obviously, winning by 1 is better than not winning. It gets me pretty good chances. A series of really unfortunate things have to happen for me not to make it at that point. But if I lose this, there's still a chance. It's just dependent on how Camo's match goes. Let's look at our team this week. So we're going up with Sly. Sly has the dozoDIE combination that has just been terrorizing all of Scarlet and Violet VGC from the very get-go. Got a Prankster, Tailwind Setter, Taunt, Encore, and Volbeat here. Very, very strong and threatening Arcanine Hisui that can hit very hard. Is surprisingly bulky and can take some hits. This thing can also throw off Intimidates. We have our Overdrive, Punk Rock, Toxicity here. Gothrita with Shadow Tag. Pairs with Perish Song, Wigglytuff, though I'm not really expecting to see that. Alolan Persian can be a huge nuisance with really fast Fake Out. It has really high defense because of Fur Coats. I could see probably not Foul Play into this team, but Icy Wind, other support control, some support moves like Thunder Wave, maybe Helping Hands. Superior with Contrary can get really scary if it starts getting out of hand because of its speed stats, and especially with the possibility of Tailwind, that could be really threatening. Braviary is just really high attack and discourages me from clicking moves at lower speed because of Defiance. Same with Superior and Contrary there. And then on the Trick Room side of things, we have Grabominal, which is absolutely monstrous with its 132 attack. So a pretty scary team this week, but I think we have a pretty decent plan for a lot of it. This is in draft order, so I'm not giving anything away when I go in. But let's start with the faster ones. So let's start actually all the way at the bottom with Orange Sherbet and Palmat. With the Choice Scarf, I outspeed anything that I think will likely have a scarf on this. It outspeeds Arcanine. In fact, 105 outspeeds 90 Jolly at Choice Scarf without having to go Jolly itself. So I can afford to go Adamant and deal extra damage with close combat or Thunder Punch with Iron Fist. Being fast also gives me a chance to use coaching, mainly into Meowscarada. It's the only other physical mon I have on this team, but the defense boost could also be useful on something else. And then Electro Web in case I need the speed control, and it doesn't seem to be disadvantageous for me to do it. Mostly if Serperior is on the field, I don't want to click it. If Bravery is on the field, I could click it. I just have to be more careful. But that is Orange Sherbet. Our next mon coming up on the team, let's talk a little bit about it, is Meowscarada. Running Life Orb so we can hit really hard Proteum so that we can get some stab on Play Rough, and then Flower Trick, Knock Off, Play Rough, Protect. I had to make a decision between Play Rough and Triple Axle, because Triple Axle is really good into Serperior, into Braviary, and I decided to leave it at home in favor of Play Rough so that I could hit the Persian Alola. I can also hit Crabominal with this. That might not seem as good a trade-off, but I ran some calcs. Terra Dark with Life Orb and Knock Off probably is going to be OHKOing most Serperior sets, which is the big one I'm afraid of. Especially if I can get a coaching off. So that's the strategy there. I'm also sick of Triple Axle missing. I think I'd be genuinely tilted if it missed in finals when it's as vital to win as it is here. Obviously, Play Rough can also miss. It's just less likely to because I only have to hit once rather than 3 times. But that's what we're going to be trying to go for here. Fun fact about Protean, I had to look it up today just to make sure. The way this works is your new type after Protean. So if I go Play Rough, I become Fairy. Becomes the stab type that I keep when I go Terra. So if I Terra Dark after I use Play Rough, then I'm only getting the 1.5 times boost on Knock Off, and I'm keeping that 1.5 times boost on Play Rough. I'm going to have to be really careful about how I use this. That could end up being really useful. Could end up being just shy of a KO because I'm not getting the double stab. I think when you switch out, it reverts to its normal. But yeah, that's that. Up next, we have a Focus Sash Meowstic. I don't want to invest in this thing too defensively because I wanted it to outspeed some of the faster mons on this team. We have Fake Out, which is good pressure, especially with VLB there. This thing could very likely be running Covert Cloak, but sometimes you just have to say, I call your bluff. Otherwise, I could get a Fake Off into pretty much any other mon here. I'm not going to be faster than Persian, but I am faster than Gothredo, right? The other Fake Out user. Psychic Noise is to prevent healing. I'll stop Giga Drain from Serperior. I'll stop Leftovers or Rest on donDO. Those are the main two it's using that move for. Thunderwave is to help just get some speed control, and if I end up in a position where I have a mon I think can last on the field for a while, those paralyzed turns or the full pairs are really vital. And then Trick Room, I was debating what I wanted the last move to be. I had Tickle on there at one point so I could lower attack and defense on something like Arcanine, but I ended up going Trick Room because if Tailwind goes up and I have no answer, I feel like I'm being rolled over. Trick Room is my only option for really gaining full control back. It's not something that I'm expecting to click, but it is there kind of as an emergency break glass in case of emergency. Let's talk about Magmar next. Magmar, we're running a really offensive set. Look at this, 212 special attack, 236 speed, timid nature. We are outspeeding the fastest non-Scarf Arcanine here. And that's because I want to pull something a little sneaky. I don't think anybody would be expecting Magmar to be running an offensive set with Scorching Sands here. It's, likely to be Heat Wave, Helping Hand, Follow Me, Will-O-Wisp, right? There are 2 4x weaknesses to ground on this team. And with my investment, I think it's pretty likely that the more uninvested sets of these get knocked out in one hit. And the more invested ones will take a ton of damage. This is a surprise factor that I want to use to help me win a game. Heat Wave is also really good into Superior. It'll do some pretty big damage to Persian Lola unless it has like an Assault Vest or something as well. And Carbonal obviously doesn't want to get hit by it. Same with Volbeat. I'm excited to use that. Other than that, it's Follow Me, Will-O-Wisp. Will-O-Wisp is donDO counter. I haven't really talked much about the donDO counters, but that's because they're the last two that I'm saving for the end. So we'll talk about that after. But this thing's not going to be taking as many hits as it normally might. Eviolite still makes it decently bulky. But yeah, I'm excited to use this. I don't think they'll be expecting that. And then let's talk about Vaporeon. Vaporeon is running just a very defensive set to wall donDO. Water Absorb, I say, I don't care about your wave crashes. Terra Fairy, I say, I don't care about your order ups. Scald, I say, you're burned now. Roar means, I'm throwing you off the field. And Ice Beam is just coverage into like Superior, into the Braviary. And that's pretty much it. That's the set. This is the counter. This is like the big counter. Obviously, there's still things that donDO could do to hit me. It could Terra Grass and Terra Blast. From Terra Fairy, it's still going to do some damage, even if I'm max defense, even if it gets the boost. But because I have Ice Beam, I also have coverage into that. I also have another donDO counter. And it's the other evolution. I'm very excited about this. I really hope I get to use this. Strawberry Shortcake is holding a Mirror Herb with Terra Dragon, Hyper Voice, Draining Kiss, Skill Swap, and Protect. I get a Mirror Herb boost from donDO. I Skill Swap away its Unaware. I suddenly have Unaware. It's not doing anything to me. I'm doing huge damage to it. I'm able to basically just heal off any damage I take with Draining Kiss. Hyper Voice is for just really good stab before I lose Pixelate, or if I don't lose Pixelate. Mostly to hit Persian and Lola, to do solid damage to others as well. I considered having Stored Power on here, but I felt like Protect was probably more important in the end. So that's the team. Sly's been waiting for a little while, so I think we're going to get right into this battle now. Let's do it. Yeah, here we go. So let's look at this team. No Volbeat, so that's good. That's actually really good. We don't have to worry about Tailwind at all. That's actually such a relief. Okay, let's look at this team. Persian Lola makes sense. Superior makes sense. Toxtricity, Tatsugiri, Crabominal, and donDO. Trick Room setters. I think Persian? Nope. No Trick Room sets. Okay. Let's send this. I haven't done live links the entire season so far, but I want to do it now. Here's what we're looking at. We're looking at maybe a Scarf Toxtricity. Let's look at the Terra types too. Terra Grass on donDO makes sense. Terra Stellar for Superior makes sense. Poison on Tatsugiri, interesting. Maybe a coverage move to hit Strawberry. Ground on the Crabominal makes sense as well for just big damage without the chance to set up Trick Room though, or Tailwind or something like that. I don't think Crabominal is really going to be doing much other than getting hit. This thing isn't particularly bulky. It's very slow. Toxtricity can be a definite threat. This thing is Terra Normal for Boom Burst, so maybe Throat Spring. And Terra Dragon. Interesting. Alright. Well, without the threat of Volbeat, I could lead just Orange Sherbet and Matcha Scarada to my coaching strategy. That's definitely not bad. And then in the back, I think... there's also no Arcanine. That's interesting. That's very interesting. I still like Lava Cake here a lot. Lava Cake still does a lot of work. I think I want to save that. I think we're going to go with this. Magmar and Sylveon in the back. Palmon, Masquerada, Magmar checks into the potentially dangerous Toxtricity. I check Superior, mainly with Magmar as well, but I can also just whittle it down over time. Tatsugiri, Crabominal, and Persian all don't like my fairy type. Obviously that Terra Poison is likely in that case. Yeah. Let's see. Superior and okay. This is a pretty expectedly. This is nothing like crazy, right? Off the rip, Play Rough does most of its health. If I get a coaching off, I'm probably killing it, unless it's like super, super defensively invested, in which case it's a roll. And probably not a good one in my favor. Superior takes a lot from knockoff, could KO it if it's a really offensive set. I think should I just off the bat Terra so I don't get not hit with that? I could. I could also just KO immediately with close combat. That's not bad. Coaching twice would be pretty good though. What do I think? By coaching, I want to take out Superior next turn, so it's not a threat, right? So let's... Coaching goes through protecting, right? I really have to make sure. Yes, okay. I think this is a pretty safe play. So Terra Ghost, coaching, protect. Even if they take out Orange Sherbet, that's fine. If I get the coaching, then I'm threatening KO on both of these. Protect is going to make me into normal type. Let's consider that. If I'm normal and I lose my stab, then I'm not doing huge damage here. Maybe I just Terra Ghost, close combat, just try to take this thing off the bat. Because combat plus something kills Superior. Does Superior kill me if I lose a defensive drop? Very possibly. Can Superior do much to Masquerada? Not much. So maybe I just stay with both. I close combat, and just to make sure I get a kill, maybe I knock off into this, and then it can get redirected into Superior. Let's try it. Fake out Masquerada, that's fine. Close combat, you're dead. Oh, critical hit. So we're not going to get to learn about that. That's fine. Leaf Storm's going to take me down most of the way, but not all the way. Okay, cool. I have a free close combat coming out into anything I want it to. I don't think anything stops this close combat. It's just going to do massive damage, right? And into Superior, that's going to do most of its health. If I had U-turn, that'd be really great, so I could bring out Strawberry on the potential swap in of donDO. But if that happens, I could also just Flower Trick, which also does big damage anyways. This thing could be Scarfed, right? I could potentially one-hit KO it with a Flower Trick if I think I have a chance to. If it's Scarfed, it does outspeed me, right? So just protect here and then close combat and try to keep this alive for next turn. Get a knockoff off maybe. How much is close combat doing into this anyways? Potentially KOing as well. I don't want Superior being able to set up past my super fast mons. That would be really bad for me. I'm guessing this thing has protected. It also has some bulk because it did not one-shot me, right? If it didn't one-shot me, I'm looking at this because I used close combat first and it only did 80. So this thing is like really not invested. How'd that happen? How uninvested can you be to do only that much damage with Leaf Storm? I'm not even sure if this is like, why would it be adamant or something like that though? I think minimal adamant seems to be the only way that was possible. It just does not make sense to me. This thing is probably very invested though. So I'm looking at here. So if we assume this is at least 252 here, how much am I going to be doing? Not very much. Should I just go for Superior? Should I stop donDO. If this sets up, Hyper Voice is going to be doing some damage right now. This is like doing crazy stuff to me, right? I would survive one. If it gets another, do I survive it? Only if it has like no investment, period. I do have follow me. Okay, let's just go for it. Close combat, 70. I have no idea what this thing's investment spread is. Icy Wind. Ooh, that's actually really cool. Leaf Storm. Okay. Okay. I'm guessing that this is like a Terra Stellar kind of angle. If you switch into donDO, you're not getting this. This is like a very free Hyper Voice. I'm guessing this is a pretty obvious Terra Poison angle here. If this thing does Terra, and it uses its Terra to poison, I'm doing a little bit of Scorching Sands. Not doing very much with Hyper Voice. I liked that play last turn with the Icy Wind. I should have protected, to be honest, but it's fine. This thing is locked into Icy Wind, right? So if I follow me and Hyper Voice here, donDO comes out next. I get my Mirror boost. I skill swap, I wall it. Then it's up to the final. And it's still, I think this is my play. Switched out. Okay, that was a pretty good play. Terra Blast, it'll do a lot of damage. And Superior goes down. Oh, I get the boost early. Unfortunate, but I get some big damage on donDO early, which is nice. I don't get the speed boost that I wanted. But if I skill swap unaware, I'm still in a better place, I think. So I follow me here. Let's skill swap. I don't see any reason why I wouldn't be unaware here, right? So skill swap. Earthquake. Please don't kill. Okay. Skill swap. It's Water Veil. It's not even... Oh, okay. That's really bad. Earthquake did how much? 41? It doesn't have to use that again. I think that's probably GG. Yeah. Okay. Not great. We lost game one. Well, now we know it's not unaware. And they know we have Mirror Herb too. So what did I do wrong here? Meowscarada not protecting on the Scarf was bad, right? Because that means that they got me. Otherwise, I still outspeed. I have another turn. I think that was probably like the losing moment. So if I want to turn it around here, I'm not taking very much from Earthquake at +2. I doubt it. I doubt it. Even this is like max. Yeah. No, not much. Maybe I bring this. Serp is dangerous. I could also try to get the Mirror Herb immediately. That's not bad. I could draw Electricity right away. This would be a really bad lead. like I think lose on the spot kind of lead. If I go Sharper Shortcake and or Sharper. Is there any in between? Sorry about that. I accidentally tabbed out and I lost my video, but you didn't miss anything. So let's get into it. I'm thinking Meowscarada is still really, really good here. Didn't actually get to attack last time, did it? No, it did. What did it get? No, it didn't get attack, period. Yeah. So they don't know what this set is, which I guess is good for me. Bad for last match. I could always double protect. We know it's Scarf. Even Terra's fine. Close combat in the back. I know this outspeeds everything. It's really good. Do I want to use like the Wisp or Scorching Sands? Do I go with the same 4, just a different order? I think I try it. Okay. Alright, this is bad. This right here is bad. This is the bad one. How do I deal with this? Off the rip? It's hard. To be fully honest, off the rip, it's very hard. This thing can't be Scarf. We know that for a fact. I could knock off. I can double protect as kind of scouts. I could also just immediately tear a dark, knock off, which I think is just like an immediate KO, guaranteed. If they hit me with the Icy Wind into Sludge Bomb, it takes me out though. This is tough. How do I play this? What's my plan here? Terra Dragon Hyper Voice. It's not going to be doing much to you, but it will take out you. Which means if I protect, then I can get something off. Do I just go for it off the rip? I could also skill swap Commander Roy. If I protect, then I'm fine, and then next turn I can do non-stab knockoff. Should definitely be weaker. This is not even guaranteed to KO the Hyper Voice. That's rough. I don't know. I could also switch in Lava Cake. How much is Lava Cake taking from this? Probably 2 KO if it's Choice Specs. Do I really want to tear on anything else? I don't know if I do. Maybe I just tear it. I just do the Hyper Voice immediately. I can protect, I can switch out next turn. I get the chip. I could switch out this immediately and protect. I'm doubting this is going to be using a water type move. So let's switch not to this. No, because I needed to like not die, right? That's the problem. Oh, I'm also faster. Okay, yeah, switch. I protect. Is that my play? I'm gonna try it. Tear Poison. Protecting. Icy Wind, okay. Decreasing my speed. Forgot about that in terms of the speed war that I'm trying to win here. Okay, I'm 37. But it is Thirst Ray. I could tear grass to hit the Scorching Sand. There's a reason for them not to Boom Burst here. If they tear and Boom Burst like it, that's really bad. Boom Burst will KO both the main. If they Terra, this is looking really, really rough. Okay. How do I get through this? If I'd stayed in, I'd be in a better position. Getting through this now, though, is really tough. I think their play is just a Terra and Boom Burst, and I don't think I can really stop it right now. I can always Terra or Sherbert after, but that's not going to really matter. Maybe they just Overdrive again. Probably not. I don't see the point of them just doing it again. Do I? Oh, this is rough. if I think they go for overdrive, which is possible, because it basically cares both, and they don't want to use Terra yet. If I Terra Grass, I can Scorching Sands. It will take this out. I can switch out into something else here that I don't think will take as much damage, like this. So I can bring out Masquerada later. We're going to try it. Oh, I forgot that I'm... Oh my gosh, I'm so dumb. I'm actually stupid. Oh. Why did I Terra Grass into that? I see wind. I had to like hope for a miss or something. Okay, not not looking good. I think this is GG. This is GG. This is bad. This is really bad. I've lost. Just like off the rip, I've lost. I don't think there's much I can do here at all. Like knock off, like I don't know, like Electro Web. I don't think it matters. Both of these guys go down. I don't have Voltazorb. So it's like, yeah, I'm just going down. If I somehow survive, which I definitely won't, I can knock off into Tatsugiri. I can save this in the back. I can switch here. I really just have to hope for a 5% miss to win this, right? Or like to even like continue on. Like it's over. Oh, okay, I know I got it out. I was still somehow faster. No, they went for a knockoff. And then just like, yeah. I'm still somehow faster. Okay. You know what? It's not immediately over. It's just like mostly over, right? Because they're going to fake out here. They're going to Sludge Bomb here. That's it. There's nothing I can do about that. If they don't do that, though, then there's still no way for me to kill this. That's the problem. Like, there's zero way for me to kill it. So, just, yeah. Go for both. I don't know. They're going to... Yeah, overdrive. Got credit, doesn't matter. GG. That's game. I've lost. Yeah, it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter what I click. Well, that's sucky. That's the worst case scenario. I'm not guaranteed out yet, but it's really just all up to who can win their last matches. If Purple wins by 2, I forgot to mention that. If Purple wins by 2 and Cam loses, I'm still out. If Cam loses by 2, Purple doesn't win by 2, there's a chance. But then Poos has to not win by 2. It's just unlikely. I think this is probably the end of the season. I don't want to call it before I call it. But yeah, I'm sorry it ended this way. It's really disappointing. I should have prepped better for something like Icy Wind Tatsugiri, like a Covert Cloak, or not Covert, yeah, Covert Cloak or something on Masquerada. But yeah, that's that. And I'm sorry, guys. But I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you either next season or in some miraculous case in playoffs. But yeah, bye.